That's Hellstar right here on your classic metal show from their 30 Years of Hell, and that's Alma Negra. And I'm wondering if that shooting yesterday up there in Connecticut, if that guy was possessed by Alma Negra.
I don't know. Maybe he just heard that song and figured he wanted a part in the sequel or something.
Well, you don't think James and the boys in Hellstar might get sued for maybe influencing this guy if they found out he was listening to Hellstar before he went on a rampage and killed those little kids?
Well, that would probably give him a bump in online appearance and whatnot if they did find out that Hellstar was responsible. But whatever. What a sick fuck that guy was, huh?
Wow. Well, so what's your thoughts, dude? I'm not a parent. I don't have children. You raised 3 children. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, I don't want to bring the show down, but, this was huge news across the nation yesterday. I mean, the news cycle was just dominated with this. So what's your thoughts?
Well, dude, it's funny because it's not funny, but it's always scary. It's scary enough that somebody could go into a mall that you're at and shoot it up, But at least if it's in a mall, as an example, or a stadium or, somewhere that adults are at least there's a fighting chance that, the adults can fight back and fight off the person or whatever, But man, oh man, you talk about defenseless, man. You send your kids to school. That's as defenseless as it gets, man. And it's tough. And all day yesterday, I was online fighting back and forth with our good friend John Mahoney about gun control, of course, because the minute anybody shoots anybody, then all of a sudden it's a battle between should we be allowed to have guns or not.
Well, but the thing is, people don't realize that the people who use guns in a destructive way probably are not legal gun owners anyway.
Yeah, and even if they are legal gun owners and they just lose it and they go crazy. If you're going to go down that road of banning, things because stupid people do stupid things with them, even if it involves killing other people, then where does it stop? Do you take cars? Because people certainly kill people drunk driving all the time.
Right. You take their car away from them.
No, not them, everybody.
That's what I mean. You take the car away from them as in the public.
Yeah, to me, that's kind of the same thing. Everybody and their brother knows that if you drive drunk, you're taking you're taking somebody else's life into your own hands just by being on the road. And God knows, if you're doing that and you kill somebody, that's fairly intentional. That's why it's an automatic vehicular manslaughter charge when you do kill somebody drunk driving.
Sure.
So, with that being said, what do? Not have cars anymore? Yeah. What about serial killers that use duct tape and rope and bags and everything else? Do we ban all those things too? Because serial killers will kill 10 or 15 people at a time, over the course of their serial killing career with rope as an example, choking people to death or whatnot. So should we not have rope? Should we not have plastic bags or duct tape? It's what? You just cannot punish the masses for the stupid actions of the few, right? And you're a gun owner, right?
Sure.
As a gun owner, you take the responsibility of having a gun, and you honor that responsibility because you're a law-abiding citizen,
right?
If you're not a law-abiding citizen, of course you're not going to honor it, and what can you do? There's no perfect safety ever.
Yeah, there's no law that's going to control the actions of someone who chooses to go out and be destructive in some way.
Yeah, and you can't regulate that. Not with guns, not with bows and arrows, not with anything. There's no way to do that. I mean, let's face it, a steak knife could be every bit as murderous a weapon as a gun.
Right.
Could. So where does it stop on what you take away from people?
Well, the liberal mindset is they think they can legislate behavior.
Yeah, well, how's that working out in places like Cuba or North Korea or Venezuela? Because all those places are de-armed, and look what ends up happening. You get a dictator in power and a military that controls the people.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's sad, and again, I'm not a parent, but for those people who are, I feel very sad for that situation. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get back to a little brighter,
Right.
little brighter conversation. It's just it was on my mind since it just happened yesterday. So. So anyway, we talked to James Rivera, and obviously he's a happy guy.
Sure.
He works in numerous projects, but the thing that what he told me in the interview about doing the whole Seven Witches thing, and then it just not going anywhere.
Right.
That is a mystery to me, because I still at this point don't understand what happened there. Because Jack Frost has been a good friend of both yours and mine.
Right.
And when Seven Witches' last album came out with James, he didn't even offer to come on the show. I actually invited him on, and he showed zero interest in doing that.
Yeah, I don't know if he just was disgusted with the industry, or him and James had a problem, or what. I mean, it didn't sound like it.
No,
but...
James didn't indicate there was a problem between he and Jack. He said Jack just seemed like he had no interest in promoting it.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that it wasn't when that came out the exact same time when he was in 15 bands.
Yeah, it's hard to remember. I know at that time he was working with Joey Belladonna, which was one of the reasons he was on the show.
Right.
And he was just like, it's not set in stone yet, but James Rivera's coming back, and we're going to do another Seven Witches record, and we're going to go out and tour, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And then it came out, and then nothing.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened there. I mean, maybe the both of us should reach out to Jack this week and see what's up.
Right. Exactly. Where is he? I haven't even seen him in the news or nothing.
Nothing at all, dude. I mean, I used to hear from Jack, and so did you. Not even to appear on the show. Just to, he would email you or I or both every once in a while. Just, hey, what's up, brothers?
Yeah, sure.
And nothing for at least a year and a half now.
Yeah. Last time I had any correspondence with him, he emailed me and wanted to get a hold of Nader. And I passed Nader's info on to him, and that was the last I heard from him.
Maybe he's driving a tow motor in some warehouse now or something.
Hey, he could be. You never know.
He might have decided that this music business just wasn't worth doing anymore.
Sure.
Could have.
Wow. Well, that's sad, but I'm glad James decided to come on the Classic Metal Show. I like that guy, and he said that when he did his, what is it called?
Sabbath or Judas Sabbath.
Okay, when he did that, he wanted us to come out to see him at Ripper's Tap House.
Yeah.
And he said he'll be doing some more shows there, in the next year or so. Maybe we can hook up. Or, what would be cool? Make that a Classic Metal Show night out, if possible.
Yeah, we could do that and then have it not broadcast to anybody.
Right. No, we'll be more prepared next time.
Yeah, definitely.
What a mess. Sad.
And that might have been the low point in the history of the show.
It just didn't work.
On every level.
Well, probably a low point for us in the history of the show, we're doing a live show, was when Stephen Pearcy couldn't make it in time.
Yeah, that sucked too.
Remember, I came to Cleveland and we were going to do the whole Stephen Pearcy show, and he didn't leave Minnesota in time, and we basically had to entertain the crowd that was there waiting on him.
It was actually kind of fun. We had a good time, but it did suck. And then, he's like, he remember, and he called and said, yeah, I'll be there. And then he called later and it's like, I'll be there at 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. We'll set up in the parking lot if need be.
He was like, yeah, just keep everybody there till 4 a.m.
Yeah, I'll set up. That's not a problem. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's not a problem for anybody except the fire marshal and the police.
Right, and the public ordinances and everything else.
Right.
Sure, right.
Yeah, they might have a little issue with that.
Right. So we carried the show. We were there and we carried the show.
Yeah, we did. We had fun with that too, actually.
But it was just like, holy smokes, everybody's getting nervous. It's like, where is he? And he was supposed to be here, and we got him to call in, and we were able to pipe him over the PA, so people knew we were actually talking to him.
Right.
But they just left their Minnesota gig too late and didn't have enough hours to travel all the way to Cleveland to do this show. So it was just really poor planning.
Yeah, it was.
Well, speaking of Rat and Stephen Piercy, of course, one of the Rat members, Bobby Blotzer, is part of Jeff Tate's Queensryche.
Yes, he is.
And I thought maybe you sent it to me. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. Maybe you have it in front of you.
Okay.
Did I see a headline or something that said, "I'm tired of dealing with the Rat nonsense," or the something?
Yes.
I'm glad to be a part of Queensryche or something like that.
Yeah, he said that last week. I'm pulling it up right this minute because I did send that over to you.
It's like I'm tired of dealing with the Rat inner struggles or something to that effect, and I'm just thrilled to death to be a part of this.
Yeah, what does that say? If you're thrilled to death to be part of Jeff Tate's Queensryche, what does that say about how bad your thing is?
And you know what? I was watching the Rat Behind the Music. It's been out for a few years, and I watched it online. I just was, going through YouTube, and I came across that. And apparently, the friction in Rat that originally kind of broke things apart, was Bobby and Steven.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all.
So here, after all these years, once again, it's Bobby Blotzer and Stephen Piercy. And then, of course, Blotzer wrote that book, 2 years ago?
Yeah, where he douched Steven.
And, so that kind of caused some problems. And, they were able to somehow get by that and go out and do some shows. And I guess they're in the middle of working on a new record or something.
And I guess that's on the shelf now.
Yeah, for a while. And then, Blotzer, he's out there, getting geared up to go join Jeff Tate or something. And it's just like, this is just ridiculous.
The whole Jeff Tate Queensryche thing is just stupid.
It is.
Me and you have beaten this up now for a month straight, and it doesn't clear up any.
No.
It's just now rumor is that Carrie Kelly is in this band.
Now is he not doing Cooper now, or is he just doing this between Cooper?
Probably between Cooper. Why would he quit something that he's been successfully paid at for 10 years or whatever?
Yeah, he's really good at it too.
Yeah, he's very good at it. So why would he quit that to be in Jeff Tate's Queensryche? That's something that. Here's my question, just overall: Carrie Kelly, Bobby Blotzer, any of these cats. Do they not see what everybody else is saying online about this, how no one wants to respect the Jeff Tate version?
Well, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's just a paycheck.
Yeah, but these guys have regular paychecks that they can be making.
Sure.
Bigger paychecks.
Well,
that's what I mean. Bobby Blotzer, let's face it, I don't care what problems he has with Stephen Piercy. He could do the Motley Crue thing and ride on a separate bus if he wanted to than Stephen. He's going to make more money per show in Rat than he's going to make with Jeff Tate.
Oh, absolutely.
So Carrie Kelly is going to make more money now after 10 years in the Alice Cooper band than he is with Jeff Tate.
Sure.
Who Rudy Sarzo in any one of his projects.
Yeah, Blue Oyster Cult. Who else is he playing for lately?
He could do probably some version. Quiet Riot's doing a version out there. I'm sure they'd love to have him back.
I don't know. I'm not sure what his relationship is with Frankie Banali at this point, but
well, maybe. But and
I'm sure there's some kind of Dio tribute going on out there he could be a part of.
Yeah, there's plenty of those out there. There's at least two. There's the Vivian Campbell version and the Ripper Owens version.
Right.
One of them would probably want Rudy if they don't already have him.
Sure. And isn't Campbell doing that lineup?
No, Campbell has his own lineup.
Well, I thought Campbell was doing the what's his name? Schnell. What's his name? Something Schnell. Claude Schnell and
Jimmy Bain and it's another version.
Right.
It's another dumb version. You know what? That whole thing, that's another embarrassment. And I love Ripper, and you know that. He's a friend, but please. Enough with the Dio Disciples and enough with the Vivian Campbell version. Let the guy rest in peace.
Right. Well, that is his wife, though.
Who?
Since Ripper is being managed by Wendy Dio.
I get that he has the representation to make it the official one and all, But stop.
Yeah.
Just stop it. Where's the official dime bag thing headed out by Zakk Wylde?
Right.
You know, Zakk Wylde and 5 other bands that'll play two or three, Pantera tunes, or a bunch of guys that just go out there and play Pantera songs.
Sure.
It's embarrassing in a way. I mean, Ripper's better than that. Ripper needs to concentrate on Beyond Fear and his solo stuff.
Yeah, where is this Beyond Fear? I thought this was supposed to happen like real soon.
Well, it's recorded. I know that. I'm supposed to go down and see it at some point, but I haven't heard from Johnny Capri in a little bit, so me and him are supposed to go shoot our guns, and when we do, I'm getting a copy of that Beyond Fear.
You better give me that, pal.
Oh, I will, but I got a strong feeling we won't be allowed to play it on the show.
Well, of course not.
God forbid people hear it early.
Right.
Not until it's proper time, so it can sell 1,500 copies.
Sure.
Get downloaded by 8 million people.
Right. Oh well. Well, anyway, that's our heroes, man. That's our classic metal heroes.
We're talking a lot of music tonight. It's amazing.
but I'm trying to swing the show back around to it, to get back to the roots, man.
So we're done with pussy and back to music.
Well, you got the pussy going on all week in your life. We don't need to bring it to the show, pal.
I wish that was true.
I live in a pussy palace all week. I don't need to do it on the Saturdays.
Please, the only pussy I'm seeing this week is fucking on video in short 2-minute clips.
Nice. Well, let me get a hold of John Corabi.
Okay.
Because Mr. Corabi, since you mentioned Motley Crue and the rotating band members and whatnot, John Corabi was in Crue for a while.
Yeah, the only good Crue album from start to finish.
And he's got a new CD out. It's John Corabi Acoustic.
Yeah, it's just called Unplugged.
And he's doing Crue songs, Scream songs. Is he doing any Union?
Yeah.
Union songs. Most of everything he's been involved with, he's doing an acoustic song or two from that catalog.
Yeah, it is. I mean, me. I like that kind of stuff anyway. The Unplugged type stuff. This is definitely one of my favorite Unplugged records ever, man. Because I love all these songs anyway, like Mother, Father, Son, and Hooligan's Holiday, and Love Shine, and I don't know, Open Your Eyes is a great one. Man in the Moon he does. Mm-hmm. It's fucking great, man. Sure. I really, really like this Unplugged record a ton.
Right. All right, well, since you mentioned Man in the Moon, I think I'll play Man in the Moon. I'll get John Corabi on the phone, and I'll find out what's going on with Mr. Corabi.
All right.
And see what's up, because last time I had him on the show was when you were no longer part of the Classic Metal Show.
So I don't get to be part of this either then, right?
You set up the interview, though. When he was leaving Rat, he was going out to do a whole Gibson tour, and he was, he was touring around at all the guitar centers or something.
Right.
That's the last time I checked in with him, so,
people, I like him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yep.
All right, well, here's John Corabi Acoustic or Unplugged or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And this is him doing the Scream classic, Man in the Moon, exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.